We have some great news for you. We have made some improvements, we believe, to the learning style of some of our online courses. And that includes this course, Treating Female Pelvic Dysfunction Through the Urogenital System, covering urinary incontinence and uterine prolapse. You know, online learning has become the norm. It's become very popular. It suits people's schedules and convenience. And we were the pioneers of it in Canada going back as early as 2017. But what I found over the last few years is that the feedback, homework style, and communication via email with students seems to be somewhat lacking in satisfaction for myself, but I also believe for my students, who I think would benefit from a group mentoring session where all of the students that are enrolled in the class can meet up online with the instructor. In this course, the instructor for this course is myself, Maureen Hannah Mahar, and where you can ask questions about some of the theoretical material or ask for some feedback on what you might have experienced when you were practicing some of the assessment or treatment protocols on your student, or just sit back and not pose any questions at all, but just listen to the questions and answers that other students might have, and also benefit in terms of inspiration and motivation from that online group experience where you are learning, you have the freedom to do it from your home or office, but that you could also be part of a group and have a shared experience and know that maybe some of the questions or concerns that you have, that you're not alone with them, and know that your instructor is there for you if you have any questions. Know also that our instructors are going to be making themselves available as well for one-on-one tutoring or mentoring sessions if you feel that you would like to have this above and beyond the group mentoring session that is included in your enrollment fee. And if you'd like more details about that, you can drop us a line and our registration coordinator would be happy to send you some availability for your instructor and let you know what the fees are for private mentoring and tutoring. And so you don't have to, but it's good to know that it's there if you want it. I've noticed over the years that some students are very self-sufficient, and then others really need that closeness and a certain degree of hand-holding, which is nothing to be embarrassed about, from their instructor, just so they can gain confidence. And so gaining knowledge is a big part of expanding your scope of practice, but also gaining the confidence that you need to start integrating these techniques or approaches into your practice and doing it with confidence. So our first course of the season, that's going to be starting soon, will include our group mentoring program, and you will see that it will appear on the chapter release schedule. And know that we also have 2 versions of some of our courses where if you want to achieve your certificate of completion and submit the certificate to your governing body or association for continuing education credits, then you should choose the version of the course that has homework requirements, that has a quiz, and that has your participation in the online mentoring session for the group as a requirement for achieving your certificate of completion. The governing bodies and associations that we've spoken to about this new model think it's great, and even though they support online learning, they understand and agree that adding that one-on-one contact with your instructor and with other students, regardless of where you are in the world, is really going to round out and improve your learning. You'll also have access to a self-paced, start anytime version. That version of the course will be for informational purposes only. If you want to be able to consult some of the chapters looking to add to your practice without having to complete homework assignments, without having to participate in the group mentoring, you can register in that course and you will have access to all of the course material, like all of our courses, for 365 days, but it's for informational purposes only, and there's no certificate of completion for that course. I will also tell you honestly that one other reason why we're doing this is to try to come back to the original purpose and intention behind continuing education and your requirement to fulfill continuing education credits. It was never meant to be something that you should come running to a week before your 3-year cycle deadline and grab a self-paced course that would normally take you anywhere from 5 to 8 weeks if you paced yourself in a way that a person learns normally, and try to run through it within a week, dump your homework with us and say, can I have my certificate tomorrow? All for the purposes of just keeping your license or your association membership current. That was never the purpose of continuing education credits. And so we're tying our issuing of certificates of completion to some of our courses to the requirements to follow a specific chapter release schedule, so that you will be learning at a pace where you will actually integrate and retain what you've learned. You know, they say the human brain can only remember a certain amount. And so if you try to rush through a self-paced course, you're not going to retain the material. You're only going to have gotten your piece of paper for your CEUs. But if you enroll in a course that has a specific start date and follow through the chapters and the chapter release schedule, practice the homework assignments, do the quiz, participate in the group mentoring, you will find that it will be a much more enriching experience for yourself. It's also going to ask you to plan a bit more in advance. And that's another reason why many associations and governing bodies will have a 2 or a 3-year, or some of them an annual cycle of how many continuing education credits or hours that you need to complete. It's meant for you to continue doing learning on an ongoing basis. And so what we recommend that you do is, if your cycle is 1 year, 2 year, or even up to 3 years, don't wait to the last 6 months of your 3-year cycle, but plan your learning now so that it can be spread and an integral part of your practice and your life at a pace that is not breakneck speed, that doesn't feel like you're under pressure of a deadline, but that actually allows you to learn and integrate and expand your scope of practice and acquire additional skills, which is what continuing education is all about. So I hope you'll like this new model. Make sure when you choose to enroll in a course that you do choose the correct version. If you enroll in the self-paced course and then you realize you wanted the course where you would achieve a certificate of completion, you must contact us immediately. If you have started accessing the course material and you realize halfway through or you're almost completed the course that this is not the version that you wanted to be in, we cannot transfer your membership or your enrollment in this course or refund you. And so that's why we're asking you to listen to this message, make the choice that works best for you. We've had feedback from some of our students saying, I don't necessarily want to do the homework, I just want to access certain material in order to be able to enrich my practice. And so you'll notice that the enrollment fee for that course has actually been reduced a little bit as well. So we hope that you'll find these options exciting and useful for you. We'd love to hear your feedback. Any feedback on this, I'd gladly receive it at ceosteopathy@gmail.com. This is Maureen Hanna-Mahar, founder and educational director for the Center for Continuing Education of Osteopathy and Manual Therapy, signing off, wishing you a wonderful day and hopefully soon a happy learning experience.